Hey everybody, it's me, Rick Acosta, the Dodger Card Collector, coming to you with another video. Today is Friday, August 9th, and it's been a few weeks. I've missed you guys. I decided to take a few weeks off just because I knew that we were going to be seeing a lot of national videos from the National, and I know that you guys were looking forward to it, and so was I. So I decided let's take some time off and watch some national videos. And it was great to see these guys come home with some great cards, whether they were buying, big boy cards as I call them, or if they were just trying to finish a set, or just buying some modern stuff. It's great to see people buying sports cards out there. One of the themes that I had and like I said, I watched a lot of videos. One of the things that I really enjoyed in watching these videos in regards to my own collection was, like I said, it was great to see these guys all buying these wonderful sports cards, and I didn't have like a feeling of envy or jealousy that they were buying these cards. You know why? Because there were several videos that I watched, and when I watched them, I remember saying, like, I have that card, I have that card, I own that set. And in watching these videos, it reminded me that I and all of you have very nice collections. So instead of me being jealous or envious, or like I have to go to the National now, or I have to go buy a big card, I really sat back and listened and just said, wow, I have that card. I don't remember buying that card, but I have it. And or wow, this person's buying all these 50s cards, or this person's buying all these 60s cards. And I don't have every card out there, but it was still neat to see that cards that people are buying are cards that I do have in my collection. Now, I don't have a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig, but I think there are a lot of people out there that don't have every card, and even the people with the best collections are always they like to see what other people have, and I think that's one thing that I took from watching these videos. Is just I'm happy that you guys bought some cards, and it made me realize that my collection's pretty good out there too. So hopefully there'll be a national someday out in Los Angeles. Who knows? We'll see. We'll have to settle right now for the Burbank show, which is what I am potentially gearing up for in a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, in the past few weeks, I have suffered some type of knee injury, probably just a sign that I'm getting old. And if the Burbank show were a couple of days ago, I wouldn't be going. I'm hoping that in 2 weeks I will be ready. Doing a lot of ice packs, doing a lot of leg elevations, taking my Advil. I have a compression sleeve, starting to do some exercising again, and it just sucks getting old. So that's what I've been up to lately on a personal level. On cards, I have been pretty, what I call quiet. I have been predominantly buying 1950 Bowman Commons and some 1961 Topps High Numbers, all from Greg Morris. Those have all been over the last couple of weeks. I'll share a couple of them down the road. Like I said, these are total commons, so they're not even players that I don't think you would know, or that I would even know, to be honest with you. But so I've been collecting those, and I am, like I said, if I'm able to make it out to Burbank, I'm still on the fence on what I'm going to do. There is a side of me that would like to get a 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan card. Whether that's possible or not, I don't know. It has to be in the right price range. Secondarily, I'd be looking at a 1950 Bowman Ted Williams. I'm not coming home with both cards just because I'm not in the mood to spend that type of money. But if I can get one of those cards, that would be great. But there is a side of me right now that's kicking the can of, if I don't find those two cards, I might not come home with anything, or I'll just spend $50 or $100, just because right now I've been going through this phase of, this is the card that I want, this is the price I want to pay for it, and I'm not willing to spend a bunch of money just to get this one card. My finances are really organized right now, which is wonderful. And if I took a month off from buying cards, it'd be even more wonderful. So I'm not in a hurry right now in buying cards. But what I am doing though is, and this is one of my favorite things, is I'm also a curator of my collection, just as much as you or anyone else on here is. And I need to, I've been letting my, my collection, my commons, like kind of get out of control. And when I mean out of control is, oh, maybe I need some more penny sleeves, and I need some more top loaders, and I might need some more storage boxes, or my binders that I keep in binder sleeves. I still need like about 10 more. So I'm also focusing right now on just getting the collection in order and organized again. And even things like, making sure my card room, I've had some photos fall off because in the summer, my photos, I hold them on with command strips. And if you look behind me, you'll notice there's a bunch of LA Kings photos missing. And it's because these command strips, while they're really good, for some reason in the summer, on that wall behind me, I have photos that tend to fall off. So I want to get my card room organized. I want to get my collection organized. And that's very important to me. Like I said, my finances, getting those organized, and they pretty much are right now. That doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy a $1,000 or $2,000 card. But if I, like I said, if I can get my hands on a PSA 3 or 4 Nolan Ryan from 1968, or a 3 or 4 of a 1950 Bowman Ted Williams at a legitimate price, not what I saw at some of these display tables from the videos of the National, I'll consider doing it. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, Burbank's coming up 2 weeks from today, actually. And then 2 weeks after that is the Long Beach show and the Pasadena show. And then there is another card show up in Burbank that's got nothing to do with the Burbank card show. I don't know if the Long Beach show I know I'll head over to just because it's so close. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping right now I'm saying I'm going to make it to Burbank and to the Burbank show out in Orange County, and hopefully I do. So we'll see what happens. But it's great talking to you guys again. And what we're going to do today is like I said, I didn't go to the National, but I am going to show you some cards that I have bought at local card shows over the past few years. And I'm going to show you some of my latest pickups that I received in the mail that'll catch you up where I am on my current sets. So let's turn the camera around and let's take a look at some baseball cards. So what I'm going to show you today are some pickups that I've done from past card shows. They might not be my best buys or my favorite buys, but sometimes I feel like in case of a card like a 1941 play ball Ted Williams, I've shown that already in several videos. So I kind of don't feel the need to show it again to you guys, just because I want to show you some different cards. So these cards are all from various shows from the past several years. And the first card I'm going to share with you actually does have to do with Ted Williams, and that is the 1964 Topps Roger Maris card. When I bought the 1941 play ball Ted Williams card, I had to pay sales tax because I was using a credit card. I'm in California, and California likes to do a lot of state income or a lot of state taxes, including sales tax. So when I said to the seller, "You're charging me tax," he goes, "I have to." He goes, "But I'm gonna give you a card." And he just said, "Do you want?" And he went and he picked the 1964 Topps Roger Maris card. So that's the reason I'm showing you this. I picked this up. It's going on almost 2 years now, a year and a half. I picked this up at the Pasadena card show. That's Roger Maris. My next card I picked up at a show at Burbank High School. Oh, we're going a few years now. It's been several years, and these kids were selling cards, and I imagine I picked up this 1960 Topps Harmon Killebrew in a PSA 3. and they were selling, these kids were selling graded cards, vintage cards. And I got this and a 1962 Topps Eddie Matthews. I think that was also in a 3. If you bought 2 cards, he'd give them to you for $20. So that is my 1960 Topps Harmon Killebrew. All right, let's see. I bought this next card, the 1950 Bowman Robin Roberts. I think I bought this at the last Burbank show, which was in Ontario. That was back in February. And the guy gave me a great deal. And I just happened to be walking by and I saw it and I go, how much? And he goes, this price. I go, will you take this much? And he goes, sure. So that is my 1950 Robin Roberts. Next card I also bought from the Burbank card show, but this one might have, don't remember it was the same show. All I can tell you is I bought this from George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards. He sold me the Dominic and the Vince DiMaggio. Gave me a very nice deal. And this card was not an easy card to find, so I was happy when I picked it up. But the 1941 play ball set is the one set that has all 3 DiMaggio brothers, Joe, Vince, and Dominic. So here's Dom DiMaggio for you. This card I've had for a long time. I think I might have bought this at Frank and Sons. I don't necessarily call that a card show. It's just a show that sells a bunch of toys and there happens to be cards there. And it's like every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. But they do sell cards there. And I was able to pick this up a long time ago. This 1954 Topps Warren Spahn. That's a good looking set. If I ever could get that Hank Aaron card, I'd probably start that set. But for now, I'll just settle buying for cards here and there. But that's Warren Spahn. Arguably, my favorite card show is the Long Beach Card Show because I live there. And I bought this card, the 1950 Bowman. Bought this from the 9th Inning, from Bob over at the 9th Inning, based out of St. Paul, Minnesota. And he made me I made an offer, he accepted it. So for me, it was a great deal. And I absolutely love this card. And I've shown it probably in too many videos, but every time I think of 1950 Bowman, I think of Bob Feller. So here is the 1950 Bob Feller in a PSA 5. And I think, yeah, all my cards are from either the Pasadena show, the Burbank show, or the Long Beach show. Those are primarily the shows that I attend. All right, so pickups. I have been working on a 1961 Topps high number set. This Willie McCovey is not a high number. It's a semi-high. But I'm working on getting all the cards from the 7th series, and card numbers 507 through 522 are not considered high numbers, but they're still the 7th series. So here is Willie McCovey, and I got this from Greg Morris. And I got it at a good price. That I can't complain. So that is Willie McCovey. Let's see, who's next? This is another pickup from the 1950 Bowman set, Larry Doby. I bought this on eBay in a PSA 2. Again, it was a great price. And lately I have become if I can't get a great price, I don't want it. And this card in a 2 looked really nice. Couldn't pass it up. So there's Larry Doby. With this, and I've mentioned to you in the introduction that I've been buying a lot of 50 Bowman cards. I don't have full stats yet because I'm still waiting for some to arrive in the mail. I'm about 45% done with that set. I am going to look for the Ted Williams card in this set at Anaheim. We'll see, though. My first priority is trying to finish 1968. So here's Larry Doby. And speaking of the 1968 set, I am down to 4 cards, and I picked up 2 more. One of them being the Roberto Clemente, and I got this off of eBay. And this is one of the last cards I need, not only for the 68 set, but for getting all the cards from my childhood collection. That was one of my goals when I came back into collecting, was buying all the cards I had as a kid, and I'm getting close. So here's Roberto Clemente. And then I have one more from 1968, which I won on eBay. That's going to be this Mickey Mantle card in a SGC 4. Again, I made an offer to the seller. He countered, and it was a fair deal. And so I am now owner of another Mickey Mantle card. I never imagined when I started buying cards that I would have the Mickey Mantles. Now, I'll never have the full player run. I'll never even have half the run. But it's nice just to have several in my collection. And with this, I now need 2 more cards to finish 1968. One of them being Hank Aaron, the other being Nolan Ryan. I'll probably buy the Hank Aaron at the Burbank Cards Show. The Ryan and the Ted Williams that I mentioned to you a moment ago, I am looking at, but it's going to have to be at the right price. And I'm going through a phase right now where I really don't want to pay a bunch of money that I don't need to. So we'll see what happens. But those are my pickups, and those are some of my favorite cards from the past shows. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much. And we'll talk to you next time. Take care.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game, today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents,
oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence.
it's a beautiful day for the ladies. So throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer